In today's video, I'm going to show you how to load and unload your snowmobile in a very safe and controlled way. And if we haven't met yet, hey, I'm Angelisa. I'm a snowmobile enthusiast that has been riding for over 10 years, and I'm currently riding a Polaris Chaos 850 with a 155-inch track from 2021. All right, this video is long overdue, so let's get into it. All right, step number one, whether you have a sled deck, flatbed truck, or you're using the box of your truck, you always want to make sure your sled ramp is secure. Do not miss this step. The last thing I want is for you to mess up that beautiful face of yours. You can secure your ramp with ratchet straps. Some ramps have chains on each side. If you are using the box of your truck, you can wrap the chains around the tailgate. But for me, I love to secure it from the middle of the ramp to my hitch. And this way, I feel so secure and safe by doing that extra step of securing it in the middle. Step number two, take a look under you, around you. What kind of texture on the ground are you working with? Is it snow, gravel, ice? All of this should be considered before you load your snowmobile. If it's ice, well, chances are your track will spin a ton, which can cause uneven momentum. If it's gravel, there is traction, but you can shoot rocks at other people. Sometimes you can slide out with your track, and it can also cause uneven throttle. Snow is best. And in this case, in our case, we do have snow around us. And so this is the best way to get comfortable starting out with loading and unloading. Step number three is helmet on, tether on, scratchers up, and have a buddy beside the ramp. Now, we want to make sure our skis to the sled line up to the ramp. Have a finger on the brake and have a finger on the throttle, or if you're using a thumb throttle, then have your thumb on the thumb throttle. Give yourself a good amount of distance from the ramp to your snowmobile, turn your machine on, and give it throttle. The key here is having momentum. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video. You want to have momentum. You're not going fast into the ramp. It's a steady speed, enough that your machine will climb up the ramp. You really won't know the speed until you try it a few times. And something I want to emphasize here, it's okay to not get it on your first try. It's okay to not get to the top of your ramp your first try. This is going to take a few times. In fact, don't expect to get to the top of your ramp the first time, okay? If you do, that is amazing, but I want you to really practice a few times to get to know the speed that you need getting into the back of your truck. Now, with consistent throttle, look at the top of that ramp and drive your machine up the ramp. If you didn't give it enough speed, put your sled in reverse and have your buddy help you drive the sled back down the ramp. When you are in reverse, sometimes your mud flap will get stuck. It will suck into the track and your sled won't go anywhere. So having a friend help lift that tunnel will save you in the long run. Or sometimes if you don't have a buddy, you can get off your sled, off the ramp, pull your sled, lift up the tunnel, and drag your sled out. Give this a go a few more times here and try going a little faster each time you approach the sled ramp. Step number four, now that you're comfortable with your speed, you have it down, you have it dialed, it's time to get to the top. Same principles here, give yourself the space and throttle through with steady momentum. Look where you want to go, drive up the ramp, and as soon as your skis get on top of that sled ramp, into the back of the truck or the bed of the truck, you can slowly climb your way into the truck as the lugs on your track will help with the climb on the ramp. I do want to note here, be good with your brake. If you feel you're going too fast up the ramp, hit the brakes so you don't hit the back of the window by accident and break it. It has happened. It happens to the best of us, but just be good on that brake when you do come into the bed of the truck. Note, get to know your ramp. All ramps are different In this video in particular, they are missing a pin that avoids the ramp from sliding in. And as you can see, every time they drive up, the end of that ramp, the extender, slides back in because there is no pin. Get to know your ramp before you load in. Once you're into the bed of the truck or on the sled deck or the flatbed, put your sled clamp on the front and the back, and you're ready to go. Okay, bonus here. To unload your snowmobile, take off your sled clamp, turn your sled on, and push the reverse button. So you want to make sure your sled is in reverse before you give it throttle, and gently drive down your ramp. Again, you might need a buddy to help you if you do get that mud flap stuck into the track. When I first learned how to snowmobile, loading was the most terrifying task for me, especially after a big day in the backcountry. I remember driving down the trail systems and being so nervous to load my sled. So what I did was I gathered my friends together to learn how to load and unload our sleds on our own without our male partners, our husbands, or boyfriends. And we practice loading and unloading. It is so important to me to learn these skills first, especially every season. In the beginning of each season, I will spend a couple hours on my driveway if we have enough snow, and I will practice loading and unloading my snowmobile. My advice to you is spend the time, give yourself a couple hours, load and unload, get comfortable with your snowmobile, get comfortable with the speed, your surroundings. That will help you have a successful load and unload every single time, because it's gonna make riding in the backcountry so much more enjoyable. All right, there you have it. That is how you load your snowmobile safely and successfully. And I am so excited for all of your snow adventures. Keep killing it safely out there. Be the vibe, and I'll catch you real soon. Bye.